Joining us in an exclusive interview today, IMAX CEO Rich Gelfond is with us. Wow, Richard, I remember when the street a few quarters ago was saying IMAX punches above their weight. Look out. We're having a pretty good year so far. We're not even to the good part.
Yeah, the good part really starts in about a week or two, Carl, with Guardians of the Galaxy coming out, and then during Fast and Furious, and Mission Impossible, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Oppenheimer. So, as a matter of fact, things have been so good that April was about double what it was last year, and that's supposed to be the weakest month of the quarter.
Do you think this is about, you can divide it up. Is it a China story? Is it about some of the creators basically reassuring exhibitors, especially this week at CinemaCon?
Well, remember, we're not an exhibitor, Carl. We're a technology license company. And so we don't have brick and mortars. We don't own buildings. We don't have debt. We're an asset-light company, and we're in 90 countries. So we're completely different than what an exhibitor does. And because of that, we have tremendous operating leverage going forward. The real surprise in the first quarter was local language films. So in the old days, IMAX showed Hollywood blockbusters all over the world. Now we're showing films from China, Japan. We have one out in France right now, India. And as a matter of fact, this weekend, one of the big Indian films is opening. And it was about a third of our box office in the first quarter. And that's not just local language films in their own countries, but Japanese anime killed it in places like China and the US. Indian films did well in Scandinavia. So our model is diversifying away from just Hollywood blockbusters. And now it's not just the theaters that are all over the world, but that the films are from all over the world. And that was really one of the main drivers in the quarter.
Relative to pre-pandemic levels, though, just focusing in on China, Rich, China was down 7% still. I'm wondering what's at force here. If the recovery that you're seeing is not as robust as maybe you had anticipated, and what role sort of the government's interventions in the past in terms of what they greenlight for viewing in China, how much of a role that is playing into this number?
Actually, Melissa, we had a record Chinese New Year first quarter in the history of our business. China is a little later than the rest of the world in coming back because, remember, the COVID restrictions were just lifted around Christmas time. So it's in the process of coming back. But again, in China, we have Hollywood films as well as local language Chinese films. As a matter of fact, this weekend is Labor Day weekend in China. And we have 3 films that we feel really good about. If you look globally, our market share is way higher than it was pre-pandemic. So in the U.S., our market share is up 50%, and globally it's up about 35%. So I think you're seeing a real turn to premium. Same kinds of things that's happening with concerts and sports events, things like that.
We just had a long discussion about the consumer and looking at how long the runway is on some of their excess savings and their confidence in the labor market. I assume it's your view that of the things they're going to sacrifice, trips to the theater will be one of the last on the list?
Historically, going to the movie theaters has been very recession resistant. It's a relatively cheap out-of-home form of entertainment. So you might not, go to an expensive dinner or go on a vacation. But for the cost of going to a movie, especially in IMAX, where it's phenomenal getaway kind of experience, it's relatively inexpensive. And, I've been doing this, Carl, as you know, for almost 30 years. So I've been through a bunch of recessions, and business is good for them.